Well, hello everybody. It's been a while since we spoke last, because a lot of stuff's been happening, to be quite honest with you. And, you know, I didn't want you to think that we forgot about making all of these videos to help you get your haunted house open and be successful for the 2024 and beyond haunted house season. So I'm sitting here at 1 in the morning, and I'm supposed to get on an airplane tomorrow at 1 o'clock to go to Florida. I should say very reluctantly, because I don't go on vacations. I really don't even know what the word means, because I'm a business owner. And so as a business owner, you got multiple different types of business owners. Some take vacations all the time. And then you have some who will just die working. I'm probably the guy who will die working. And this is a really bad time to leave, because this is the stretch run. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to be gone for a week. And when I get back, we're going to make some more videos of Creepy World. And we're going to go out to Creepy World, and we're going to show you some of the stuff that's going on out there, and as we try to get it working. And, you know, there's an old saying, you know, like sometimes you can't catch a break. So we've been working on Creepy World since Transworld ended, technically. And then we're just about to have it like right where we want it to be, because I had this whole big plan, and my plan is busted because there was a mini flood out there. I know it sucks, and it kind of moved stuff around. It wasn't as bad as it was 2 years ago, but you know, it brings in a lot of mud, and you have to like gravel, and you have to like re-secure stuff. It wasn't awful, okay, but it definitely will set us back like a week or two. And so I'm sitting here about to go on, you know, like out of town to supposedly go on a vacation for just a week, which that's really not a vacation. It really won't be one, because I'll still be answering my phone, I'll be answering all my emails, I'll be doing everything I normally do, and making excuses why I can't go here and go there because I got something to do. That's just the way it is. But I'm just going to be gone for a week, and then, you know, literally I thought I was going to cancel this because of this flood. And I went out to Creepy World today, and I walked through it, and I'm like, you know. But my plan was always that I have people working on it, but then to actually get it complete, we're going to have to bring everybody. And we have a mini golf. No, we have 2 mini golfs that we've already shipped to one client. They're waiting on their laser tag. We're trying to get that done, ship it. We got to go install that. And we're also trying to ship another mini golf to another client down in Miami, and we need to install that. So we got to get those 2 things done. Plus I have a mini golf, another one to build for another client, and it's tying up all the resources. So we have like 3 teams going here. One team that's kind of working out at Creepy World, another that's working on mini golfs, and then, you know, we also have people that work on, you know, keeping the escape rooms up and running. So it's a lot of ins and outs, ups and downs, north and south, east and west. I mean, you know, it's like, and I'm sitting here trying to get the ticketing page up and running with Fear Ticket, of course. And I'm trying to get all the websites updated, and I'm trying to do this. I mean, I'm like literally dealing with a air conditioning issue. It's just like one thing after another. I mean, it really is one thing after another. And so this is what's going on. And then now I'm going to leave for a week. I'm not really thinking it's a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. And there you have it. And so on top of all that, we have an alien escape room that we get like so far, and then we just literally abandon it. So one of the things I want to do real quick is walk over here and let's take a look at this alien. because there's a few things that we did that I think are pretty cool. And with anything that I build, it really doesn't matter if you have drawings or plans. It really doesn't matter, because I just make it up as I go along. And that's how everything gets done around here. And this project is no different. So let's take a look in here. So, and here's the thing. I'm gonna have to get, I tried to bring in, you know, some carpenters to come in and help, because we have all the mini golfs that we're doing, and I'm definitely gonna have to bring in somebody to help paint it. So if you know some good scenic painters out there, hit me up, because we're definitely going to be hiring some people to come in and work on it. But we've pretty much abandoned this alien escape room. My goal was to see if I could get it open for October, but because we take projects and we do projects for other people, we're just not going to get it done. That's why I wanted to bring in people to come in and help. But, you know, hey, you know, summer's busy for everybody, so that's the way it rolls. But let's take a look at it real quick, okay? And let me show you some of the stuff that we're doing. I think this is pretty interesting now. So I want to show you, let's start with over here. See how bland that is? Okay, it looks okay, right? So, you know what was really interesting? I'm going to show you this, okay? So we're making these vent type things, right? And then we're popping these out and they're throwing them in the trash. And I said to myself, you know what? I like those. And so we started saving buckets of them. Okay, and we started like saving these, and but you see these right here? Well, man, those are like glued together. Here's one. This is a long one. So I started like saying to myself, what are we throwing these away for? Because I started looking at in here, like how will we theme that? I was like, man, wouldn't that look good right there? See, and do you know why I thought that would look cool right there? Because whenever I build something, okay, I'm thinking about it painted. What will it look like painted? And so we always want to try to add as many layers as possible, because you're going to like distress it. You're going to maybe put some level of texture to it, and you want it to look like, yes, this is what it is. So let's take a look at this right here, okay? Let's take a perfect example look, okay? So whenever we built this, we started building this room, I started thinking like how bland it looks. So look, we cut these, can you see that? And like you got these little things, and we added it, why not? And then you've got just 2 of these, and then you've got this little plate with, see, 3 of those and 2 bolts, okay? Now, and if you look over here, this looks kind of Star Wars-ish, right? And I'm imagining this textured over and painted. That's how I'm imagining it. Now, if you look at this door, okay, that was CNC'd, and it's gonna light up, and it looks very spacey. So we've taken these vents, will have lights behind them with frosted plexiglass behind it, and then we'll come in here and we'll cut this out and put frosted plexiglass behind that and light it up. And then you have to start imagining that lit up, that lit up, that lit up, and then you have to start imagining this all textured. Even whether it's done with synergy or it's done with some sort of chemical, it's all just grimy, because that's what it's going to be, like a transport spaceship, right? And so we just went crazy with adding all these different pieces, because I'm imagining it layered. But doesn't that look good? I mean, leave me a comment. Tell me if you think that looks good. So one of the things that we did with this vacuum form right here is we cut it down, and we made it fit. I think it looks pretty good. But you have to start imagining it painted, okay? And look at that door. That looks great, doesn't it? And the vacuum form just kind of sits in there. Now, look at this corner right here. So this is a door here. So this one is 2 doors. So look, we'll roll these out. So it's 2 doors that will open, and these are flush. Why are those flush? Okay, because that one's flush, and over here is flush. And by the way, do you know what this is? This is called Larry's marker. Don't touch Larry's marker, because Larry comes in and he draws on the wall, like where I think we need more layering, before I would even consider trying to paint it or texturize it or anything. So look at this panel right here. You can start to see how it's all layered up, and then when it's been texturized, it will be painted. It will look very spaceship-like. But here's why this is not painted. Because I don't actually know exactly what puzzles we're going to use, so I need some flat space to attach puzzles to. So obviously there's going to be there. I bought these from Transworld a long time ago. We did add these pipes coming down, and the video that's going to play will be different than what's in there because they're going to be puzzles. Now look up here in the ceiling, you can see there's already been a space. A TV will sit inside of there. This is actually going to be an asteroid puzzle. So there's 1, 2, 3 TVs that are going to go up there. Now that's a real TV that's sitting up there. So to get the sizing right, and it's been left there. This room, not a whole lot's been done, but this is a perfect example of, you know, it wasn't done the way it needs to be done. So we're gonna have to change it a little bit, which is not a big deal. We're gonna push these over so we can get vacuum form, and we're gonna do what we did in there and here. But see how bland they are? See, that's what they look like. And then you come over here and you start adding all these layers. Now again, imagine them texturized and painted. You want to add as much layering as you possibly can. And this is going to be a locker, and these are the doors, and they were CNC'd out, and that's part of the bottom, and then there's a top piece, and then these panels here will actually come right up on it. And then this is going to be looking out the ship and seeing into space, and there'll be a control panel there. And then you can see all of the doors are CNC'd. See, that's another door that opens on both sides. So this whole room has to be taken to another level. This room in here, it's been started. So one of the things that I was doing in here today is I was drawing everything on the wall where we need texturizing, where we need layers. And you'll see this box right here. This is going to be a puzzle. And I literally drew, hey, we need a frame made, maybe with 4 bolts, and then let's drill holes all in it because it'll look good when it's painted. And you can see the center is free. Why? We need places to put puzzles, clearly. And you can see that I've drawn up there. And then what we're going to do is we did buy some aliens from Unit 70. And when you walk in this room, when we put the ceiling in here, he'll be busted through looking right at you. And then there'll be another one in here that's animated, that'll be triggered by a puzzle. It'll do the same thing. So the ceiling is a big deal in this room and that room. This particular, and let me see if I can get this open. All right. This particular escape room is going to take a while because we don't have any time to work on it. I think if I put, 3-4 people on it, maybe we can have it built out in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, maybe. And that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to find a window to do just that. But where? When? Because the priority right now is to get the haunted houses open. The darkness does not need to be inspected. We do have to turn in a sprinkler test which we've already done. We have to recharge all the fire extinguishers, which we've already done. And what we do annually is we fire retard the whole place, which we actually just did. We bought a 55-gallon drum of fire retardant. We've also went over to the LEMP and we fire retarded that. We put all the fire extinguishers back in LEMP as well. And so the focus is going to be to try to get Creepy World done. And I think it's going to take, with the guys I have working over there, and then we're going to bring everybody over there for about 2 weeks, and we're going to try to bang it out. And then we're going to try to find the window to come in here and finish this alien. And then we're going to have to bring, to get somebody to come in and paint it and work on it with me. And then the process is going to be, and this is how I operate, we're going to get it painted. We're going to do something with the floor, but I'm not going to worry about it until we get closer. But we're going to get it all built out, then we're going to try to paint it, and then once it's painted, then we'll work on the theming, we'll work on the lighting and all of that, and then we'll start slowly but surely putting in puzzles. However long it takes, that's how long it takes. My new guesstimate is that it'll be done for Transworld 2025. So our goal would be to try to open this thing in February. That is a more realistic goal at this point. And I will say that when you're trying to keep your escape room up and running, you really need to try to add a new room one a year. It gets you a lot of runway to keep running. So I'm really desperate to get this alien done, but I have to prioritize. So we are literally at the recording of this, we're getting towards the end of July. And right now the priority has to be getting the haunted houses open. And when you're trying to get a haunted house open, when should you start to worry? You know, the funny thing is I had someone call me today, and this is not unusual. Hey, we're thinking about opening a haunted house. What would it take? Okay. And I'm like, well, what are you trying to do this for 2025, 2020? Of course not. They want to open this year. So I've actually just in the last week, and again, we're middle of July, you know, getting on the backside of July. I've had about 5 people in the last 2 weeks ask me if I could build a haunted house for them so they could open this year. And I'm not lying. I mean, that's how many people. A lot of people don't understand that this has really become a year-round business. I mean, where people are working on this all year round just to get it open. And here I am trying to install attractions for other people. I'm dealing with floods, okay? And I'm trying to run an escape room. I mean, it's just like, you know, that's why I don't go on vacations. Like, how can you? And life really passes you by pretty quick, you know? And then if you look at what happened in Pennsylvania with Donald Trump almost being assassinated, you know, life is short. Life can end at any time. Anything can happen. And, you know, but if you're a business owner, your priority should be your business, because this is the kind of business that if something goes wrong, you know, your customers could get hurt, your actors could get hurt. So you've got to make sure you cross every T and dot every I. I mean, it's just imperative. It's an absolute must. So there's an old saying that the best fertilizer is a farmer's footsteps, and this is absolutely true. And what that means is your foot, okay, it's got to be on top of every single thing that happens at your attraction, because you're the one that's responsible at the end of the day. And some people are just cut out to run a business and some people aren't. And it's not the least stressful thing in the world to do, I can tell you that, because you're worried about everything that happens. Everything affects you. And right now, there's a lot of things going on, like insurance has literally tripled in the last 3 or 4 years. It's absolutely insane. Liability insurance, I hear a lot of people are having problems getting liability insurance. And it's just, the prices have just gone through the roof. I mean, it's insane. The prices to run a business is going crazy. And, you know, the first idea is to pass these costs on to your customers. I don't think people will pay any price for a haunted house. I just don't think they will. So you got to start figuring out, where can I save money? Where can I cut costs? And I have literally come up with some of the ways that I think are the best methods. So I want to announce that we are now the second most followed haunted house in the country on Instagram. We're just a couple, you know, not that far from 60,000 followers on Instagram. I'm really excited about that. We've hit 1 million followers on TikTok, and I can tell you this is a ton of work. All I could do was focus on TikTok, and then when I hit 1 million, I kind of lost interest in it a little bit, and I started focusing on Instagram. And I did what I was doing on Instagram, or TikTok, I started doing on Instagram, and it was working like crazy. And so now we're just growing so fast. I really believe we'll be at maybe 65, 70,000 followers before Halloween. And, you know, marketing has always been such a huge cost in operating. Marketing, taxes, and labor, okay? And that doesn't even include the money you spend to renovate your haunted house. So we've got to learn how to operate our haunted houses more efficiently with less labor. We've got to figure out how to reduce the what you spend on marketing. And I think the way you do that is you really build up your social media to a point where you start to be able to just put things out there and you get reaction. And this has got to be a priority for a business owner. It has to be. You have to focus on creating content and figuring out what works and what is getting you more interaction with your customers, okay? And you've got to focus on it the same way you would focus on something you really care about, like, oh, I want to install new props, new animations, build new scenes. You have to take the social media just as serious, and you have to be in on it year round. And if I had the time, I would go to the event that's happening this coming weekend, which is Midsummer's Night Scream, because there's so much content there, and you can get content for your social media. But of course, I'm not going to be able to go. I would love to go, but it is what it is. So I think also that you really can reduce the dependency on labor by focusing on making your haunts more efficient. And that's what I'm doing right now, making it to where an actor can work more areas without moving from his spot, and then loading up on animation. So one of the things that we just did here at The Darkness, this is brand new, it's breaking news, is I replaced a screw drive, which is, there's nothing wrong with it, and I'm gonna try to install it somewhere else, with one that literally produces 3 times more air. So I have had no choice but to add another air compressor. So this one costs $26,000. It will produce 3 times more air than what I have now. And it's an investment. It's an investment when many haunts are struggling to find people to work at their haunts. And so we are now up to 150 animations inside The Darkness. And I'm not apologizing for that, because these animations jump out, they get scares, okay? The actors jump out, get scares, okay? As long as you can keep your animations up and running, you know you have 150 things that are going to jump out and get reactions from the customers. And that's what we're doing. Now, one other thing that I want to say before we go for today, I want to tell you that I'm going to get back to making videos about your business, helping you with your business. This video here is just kind of reconnecting and letting you know, hey, I went on some farm tours, we did some behind the scenes tours, we're going to do some more, but we're going to get back to making videos to help you in your business. This video is just scatterbrained all over the place. But I've just been super busy. I've been super busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff's been going on. And I'm juggling, you know, like hand grenades, you know, where the pin's been pulled. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what's going on. And now I've got to go to Florida. I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself, because I'm just going to be constantly thinking about everything that has to be done. And so it is what it is. But I wanted to say I will be back. We're going to make more videos, and we're going to make very targeted videos, because real quick, I want to tell you there's a feature that we're trying to add to Fear Ticket, and we're going to try to add it before Halloween season, because I think this one feature could make haunts a ton of money. And it revolves around how can you get more phone numbers from your customers. You want to get their phone numbers, because text marketing is going to be like the future of marketing. And if you have 100,000 phone numbers, whether you collect them from giving them a coupon for exchange for a phone number, or selling them a ticket, and of course they give you their phone number, you literally could, for a couple $1,000s, text all these people. If your haunt does, let's say 25,000 people a year, and you have 100,000 phone numbers, okay? You're probably working within the pool of the people who are most likely to visit your haunt. You could seriously reduce marketing costs, and you could get very efficient, because you could take those phone numbers and you could upload them to Facebook and just target people. You wouldn't have to spend much money to do that. You can text these people, and you can get to the people who are the most likely to come to your haunted house this Halloween season. So if you have not thought about embracing text marketing, that's something you should be looking into. Now, one other thing I want to tell you that I decided to do that I think is kind of fun, and then we have to end this video because the battery's about to die, and you know the rules, kind of like Dave Portnoy, you know, one bite, whatever, all cheese pizza. Friday the 13th is when the darkness is going to open. And you know what I decided to do? Make it a special event, just like Valentine's or Krampus. So we're making it a time ticketing, limited slots, okay? And we're saying we've rolled prices back 13 years. So we're selling the tickets for $20.13, and we're saying this is the cheapest that you can visit the darkness. It's limited to 1,300 people. And we're gonna market it with its own ad, and we're gonna say it's a special event to kick off the Halloween season. What do you think of that idea? Okay, you might not like the price, but how many people will come on Friday the 13th in September, so far out from Halloween? Let's build the momentum. Let's get some customers in here. Let's get their phones active. Let's get them taking photos and pictures and start sharing it on social media. And let's get the ball rolling. So we don't want to do 500 people or 400 people on Friday the 13th. We want to do 1,300, and let's get the ball rolling. And I just think it's a clever little thing to say the tickets are the price from 13 years ago. Why not? I don't even know what the price was 13 years ago. I'm just guessing. That's why it's $20.13, okay? The other thing we're doing is we're gonna be running a summer sale for anybody who buys a ticket up to August. And on Fear Ticket, it's gonna say that the tickets are 25% off until August the 31st. So we'll be running tons of ads. And yes, I know that's a lot, okay, but we're trying to build the momentum. We want the early part of the season to take off, and we're just trying to get ahead of it all. And so we've doing this summer sale. We'll be launching ads for that, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but we're just trying to build up interest. We're trying to get people to start talking about it, and this we feel is one of the ways to do that. So we'll see what happens, and I'll make a video and I'll tell you what happens. So with all that being said, thanks for watching this video. We have more videos coming. I'm gonna take my camera to Florida if I come across a cool attraction. And if anybody out there owns a haunted house near Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or anything like that, and you want me to visit, just hit me up and I'll come by. And until then, right here at St. Louis Escape, I wanna thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you give us a follow, because we are literally just a handful away from having 13,000 followers, okay? I know it's not a ton, and you know how we would get more followers? we would start uploading reels. And I was telling this to somebody the other day. Reels is the way to grow your Instagram. Reels are the way to grow your YouTube page. So if I was actually really concerned about having a lot of followers on YouTube, I would just literally start blasting away on the Hauntworld channel, uploading the same reels that I've uploaded to Instagram and TikTok. I would grow the page very fast. That is not my intention. It's not my goal. My goal is to help people in the haunted house industry grow and thrive. That's what my plan is. So we upload a couple of reels here and there, but my focus with taking the time to upload reels is to upload them to my own Instagram. And now I'm going to start uploading reels to my YouTube page and see if I can get that fired up and moving. But it is time consuming and it is a lot of work. So with that being said, I really do need to take off, and I'm glad that you were here with me today, and we will see you again very, very soon.